criminals, Nikki. That's what illegal means. Haley even opposed Trump's wall, and Haley repeatedly pushed amnesty for illegals.
We don't need to talk about them as criminals. They're not.
Nikki Haley, too weak, too liberal to fix the border.
Yes, this is crazy. I don't know if you have seen this. Just take a look at this.
From all parts of the political spectrum, one of the biggest issues that we have when it comes to immigration is the fact that we have an undocumented population. Now, you can fix that by trying to build a wall, or you can fix that by trying to document people and create a path to citizenship. And we'll have folks that might say, look at these systems, you know, that our shelter system has weight and things like that. But one of the reasons that our public systems experience weight is because people don't have a documented and reliable path to work and sustain themselves, just like all of our ancestors did, and our grandparents and great-grandparents.
Yes, I'm actually shocked watching this video. New York Congresswoman, I need more people in my district just for redistricting purposes. This can clearly tell you the reason these people are waking up to actually advocate for more people to come in. Now the Biden administration is doing something. I don't know if you have seen this. MNBC published an article. Biden wants Mexican help to stop the migrant surge. Here is one Mexico, one in return. Mexico is now asking something in return. Karine, a question surfaced to her pertaining to this. Her response tells you everything you need to know, but this is insane. Before we even go into this video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor us to do that, and if possible, why not share this video?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants, and you know, when I hear colleagues talk about you know, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, you know, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes, and those members could clearly fit here.
These are the people advocating that this should be happening. Then tell me how they can stop it if they want these people to come in the mall.
I reported that they only deported 142,000 in all of the fiscal year 2023. December had more than double that crossing just a single month. So how is that really a measurable consequence?
Since May 12th, DHS has been able to remove and return over 460,000 individuals who did not have a legal basis to be here. That's what DHS has been able to do since May 12th. And I will remind you, you know, that just last week we had Homeland Security Advisor Sherwood Randall and Secretaries Biden and Mayorkas meet with the Mexican government just last week, and it was a productive conversation. And we believe that the President of Mexico has taken significant enforcement actions, and we are starting to see the results. And so a lot of this is diplomacy, right? A lot of it is having diplomacy. A lot of it is enforcement. I mean, you know, I just laid out how last May, while DHS was starting to remove folks who were not here on a legal basis, you had House Republicans voting to get rid of 2,000 you know, Border Patrol agents. That's what they were doing. So we're trying to deal with the issue, and we get it. It ebbs and flows every year. We get it. We understand what's happening at the border. That's why there's negotiations happening on the Senate side with Republicans and Democrats to deal with this issue.
Dealing with the issue as the administration's also fighting to keep up, you know, to remove razor wire along the border that is intended to keep, you know, this surge lowered, to keep people out from crossing illegally.
Governor Abbott's razor wire does not prevent. It does not prevent non-citizens from unlawfully crossing. That's not what it does. If anything, it puts at risk, it puts the lives of the Border Patrol at risk. It puts them in danger. That's what the razor wire does. And that's what the Governor Abbott is doing. Again, a political stunt that doesn't actually fix the problem and puts Border Patrol agents
fixing it right now.
Well, I mean,
it's sure a temporary solution, obviously. But when I guess the reason that I'm coming to it from this
also
perspective is because
it puts Border Patrol it puts them in a difficult position, right?
I hear you. But when you're talking about the impeachment proceeding, for instance, as baseless, and you have, Democrats calling on the administration to do more. You had the mayor of Denver today saying that Denver has become the highest city per capita for migrant recipients in the country. You've had mayors in New York and Chicago begging for more federal help, saying that the administration is not answering them. And then you have Texas saying that they've had to take measures into their own hands because the administration isn't enforcing existing laws on the books. The numbers keep going up. You have, records being shattered every month. A population bigger than the size of Seattle coming in since October. And I understand where you're coming from, but in the meantime, when there's really not been any progress, and you always talked about how this has been an issue for decades, what is the administration doing right now to actually improve the crisis at the border?
We have House Republicans that's literally blocking the president's effort to do something.
Yes, that is how you easily dictate when Karine's lying. Look at her eyes, how she's blinking, and it clearly shows she's trying to lie here. She knows the truth, but she cannot speak up. I don't get the point why people are so obsessed with lies telling. Yes, there is something Biden administration is doing, and the Mexico authorities are actually standing tall that this can be done after election, that Biden should try to, be re-elected. Now Biden administration has realized that it is difficult because of what they are experiencing. His poll numbers are way down there, and this is contributing to, as a result of what is happening at the border. So they are now starting to do something. Just look at the crucial moment they want to do something. It means the 3 years they've been there, they never thought this was a problem. Now Karine is sitting here to talk nonsense. Now taking a look at this article, the Biden administration is increasingly leaning on Mexico to curb the record flow of migrants crossing into the US, but Mexico has its own list of ambitions. Asked for the USA officials from both government familiar with the discussion. Previous measures taken by the Biden administration to stem the migrant surge have led to only temporary dips into the number, and in late December, Homeland Security Secretary and Secretary of State Antony Blinken went to Mexico to meet with Mexican President to ask for greater assistance. Those conversations were preliminary, the official said, and did not result in hard promises from either side. In a press conference on Friday, Lopez called on the U.S. to approve a plan that will be deploy $20 billion to Latin American and Caribbean countries, suspend the U.S. blockade of Cuba, remove all sanctions against Venezuela, and grant at least 10 million Hispanics living in the U.S. the right to remain and work legally. All of those extremely tall demands of the administration headed into a re-election campaign that may hinge on how firmly Biden is able to get control of the southern U.S. border, which saw a record of 300,000 migrants proceed by custom and border protections in December. Responding to those requests, a senior Biden administration official told NBC News that Amos, as Lopez is commonly called, has a very ambitious agenda. For some of these things, we would need Congress to act. We share the vision that we need to lift up the region. If these elections was not coming up, Biden will not do anything.